It's time for another feature interview right here on N3 Primetime. Did you know that there is an unknown law from 1987 that could actually save you thousands of dollars? Well, our special guest and sponsor of this channel, the financial expert Colin Plume from Noble Gold Investments, is here with some alarming insights, and he's going to explain to you what this law is and how you can benefit from it. And with the predictions of a significant silver shortage and rising demand, the question now, is this the time to invest in this precious metal? Colin's going to provide an extensive view of the pros and cons, as well as guidance on how to safeguard your assets in this unpredictable market. This is an exclusive discussion that you do not want to miss. Colin, welcome back to the Next News Network.
Gary, thanks for being here and excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here in studio with us once again. Now, what factors, let's just jump right into it. What factors have contributed to this predicted silver shortage this year?
Well, I think the EV market has been a big driver of potential prices of silver. You have solar panels in many states. Many people are moving with the energy crisis going on. They're moving to solar panels. Even in China, the middle class is putting solar panels on their homes. There is a tremendous silver usage in those solar panels. And most estimates out there show that we cannot keep up with all the different types of usage from the solar panels to electric vehicles. They're not going to be able to keep up over the next 10 years and be able to find enough silver to fulfill that demand.
So with the gold silver demand expected to reach these historic highs, where do you see silver prices heading?
Well, and that's sort of the interesting about the 1987 law. A lot of people are advertising out there this IRS loophole. People have seen it out there. Here's the loophole. You can put silver into an IRA. People call us every day. They don't realize that you can actually put the real metal, the metal that you have right there on your desk. Not the ETF, not the bond. You can put the real metal into your IRA. So the way you can save thousands of dollars is if you put a silver into your IRA, let's say today, and let's say silver goes back just to where silver was in 2011, it hit $50 an ounce, you're going to more than double your money. You could liquidate that silver in the IRA, keep the cash in there, decide what to do with it at that point, maybe going into another investment. But as long as you keep that into the IRA, you are not obligated to pay any taxes at that time. Now, obviously later, depending on what type of IRA, there's different types. You would pay taxes later, probably at a much lower rate. But if you keep that silver purchase in the IRA, it's tax deferred.
So where is silver right now?
Silver's in the $22 range. It's been hovering there. Gold is below 1900. So you have the stock market pulling back. We had some discussions about the equity markets taking off, and it had about a 60-day bull run. It's, first run of 60 days that we've seen in a few years. Now it's pulling back. So we had some sell-offs in the gold and silver in the COMEX market. But yeah, you're sitting silver in the $22 range, and gold is well below, just below $1,900.
Okay, you brought up something that was interesting. Back in 2011, gold was scraping at $50 an ounce. And I remember that very specifically, Colin, because back then, and I showed you some of my coins before the interview, when we were actually minting our own silver pieces for fundraisers.
Absolutely.
And we were selling them at $50 a piece. And I remember silver just started shooting up, and we had to stop because we couldn't just raise the prices. Our margins kept shrinking.
Right.
So what was the driving factor there? And is that something that we can expect?
Quantitative easing, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 were the reasons that silver hit $50 an ounce in 2011. I think that obviously the Fed has kept interest rates high. They've said that they're not going to do anything until inflation slows down. But eventually, for the economy to pick up, I think they're going to expand the money supply. I think they're going to open things up. And I think we're going to have another QE. But the last time we had a massive bull run in a 2 to 3 year period was quantitative easing phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 from 2009 to 2011, and the price absolutely skyrocketed.
Okay, so given those factors, right now, would you advise people to get into silver as a means to invest?
Well, I think silver, the nice thing about silver is it's a metal that everyone can afford. It's a metal that a lot of people can buy. Just in terms of Google index searches, buying silver, silver mining, these are all buying silver coins, buying silver bars. These searches have trended in a very high way over this year. People are searching. They're wanting to learn more about silver more than ever. So you see a tremendous amount of retail demand for silver. And yes, the U.S. Mint has really botched it in terms of minting coins here in the U.S. They haven't been able to keep up with demand. But there's private mints all over the world. There's private mints here in the U.S. That have been able to keep up and get coins and bars out there. So I think the demand is going to continue to go up, and I think a lot of it's going to depend on what happens at the end of this year and early next year, what happens with our economy. There's a lot of indicators right now that we're in a recession, that interest rates are at a point that it's making it very difficult for people to invest. So I think that people are going to look for alternative investments like silver right now as a safe haven. And I think that's what makes it a very desirable investment in this.
Okay, so I'm holding a 1,000 gram 999 silver bar, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
This is what you guys offer. This is a specific product that you offer now.
Absolutely.
Can you explain to our viewers, like, they can get this, they can get silver coin.
Correct.
You guys have your own vault system there, or
Correct.
People can take it and store it personally. What would you suggest for an individual who want to get this? I mean, how much is this thing worth?
It's a little over $800 in terms of that bar. But yes, you can absolutely buy that bar. Most of our clients, they do one or two. Either they're going to do it in an IRA, so they're going to do that silver IRA and take advantage of that tax advantage. And, a lot of people aren't aware. They probably have an old 401k or a lot of accounts out there that are just sitting around and they're looking to divest. You can roll that into a silver IRA, and we can help you with that. But I think, yes, you can absolutely take possession. We can store the metal for you if you want to have it stored in a segregated storage facility. We have a great facility in Texas. They also have a location in Delaware, and they have a location in Ontario, Canada. Those are all fully insured facilities. They're all segregated gold and silver. And even when you do an IRA with us in gold or silver, we take a picture of the inventory and we send it to you so you can see the actual metal that you purchased. But yeah, you can do it a lot of different ways with us. I think the best thing to do for someone that's a new investor, and a lot of people are searching for this, is to try to get the free guides. We have a silver specific guide, and you can learn about investing into silver. And that's probably the best place to start. I think when people ask me, when is the right time, everyone's timeline is different. Everyone's going to make a decision when they feel the most comfortable. And that's how we've always had the company Noble Gold, is we give you information, we answer your questions, you're going to get a friendly voice, and you're going to learn and get educated, but ultimately you're going to decide when to invest into these precious metals.
And then people can just take possession of these. They can store them in their personal safes at their house.
Absolutely.
And I mean, personally, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
So that I have it. I know I have it.
Right.
You've heard too many nightmare stories from investors, people that, that their money just disappears. They get, hoodwinked by a crooked company.
Sure.
Noble Gold, I mean, your reviews speak for themselves, so people can honestly have solid faith in your product and your service. And I mean, of course, we wouldn't be talking to you if we didn't have the same faith. So, Colin, any final strategies you'd recommend?
Well, I think it's a good time to look at alternative investments. I think that, as I said, the equity markets have been a little wonky. I know banks right now are offering some unbelievable returns, 4 or 5% of the banks, but that's not going to last. That's just a temporary fix for the banks so they can get a cash grab. I think long term, and I think any investment that you're getting into, you should be looking long term, is you should study the market, see what the fundamentals are for silver, see where the price is today, see if it makes sense for you, and then give us a call. Even if it's not the right time for you, get the free guides and get all your questions answered by someone on our team. I think you're going to really enjoy talking to people. Everybody at our company owns physical gold and silver. We have people all ages working at our company. Even my father, who came out of retirement, is still working. He's, a retired veteran. He's a bad golfer and, looking to change things up. So there's just people of all ages, women, men, for people to talk to and just get some good information. So I think the best thing to do is just give us a call.
Colin, we really appreciate you here at Next News Network. We couldn't do this show. We wouldn't exist if it wasn't for your support. And my friends who are watching, all of our viewers, remember that it's, you may be watching this going, oh, this feels like a pitch or something. Well, it's what keeps us going here. And Colin is the backbone of this network. And we put a lot of trust and faith in Colin, just like you put your trust and faith in me. So it all works hand in hand. And I want to see what's best for you. I want you to make the smartest decisions. And that's why I pick the best people to work with. And Colin is one of those people with his company, Noble Gold Investments. And I'm going to put that number on the screen. It's 877-646-5347. You can call them. You can ask them all the questions. And even if you're not, listen, even if you're not going to invest, just tell them thank you for supporting the Next News Network, because they make it possible for us to continue presenting the news to you every single day. You know how much work we put into this. You know how much news we put out every day. It's because of people like Colin Plume we're able to do it, and people like you who keep watching. So Colin, thank you once again for joining us on this special interview on N3 Primetime.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Colin Plume's insights, incredibly timely, seizing the potential of silver's market conditions to secure your financial future, might be a brilliant move, but it's a complex landscape to navigate without expert guidance. And thankfully, Colin, our partner at Noble Gold, they're here to equip you with the information that you need to enter the silver market confidently and to protect your assets wisely. So visit nextnewsgold.com, nextnewsgold.com, for extensive analysis, invaluable insights. Ask all the questions you want when you call that number. That number, again, I'll put it up on the screen for you, 877-646-5347. Noble Gold makes this show possible. And you never know, this could be a pivotal step in safeguarding yourself against inflation. Of course, Joe Biden is running reckless with inflation, and of course, the market instability. And with silver that's poised to be a focal point in 2023, wouldn't you want to have something like this? I mean, I have to give this back to Colin. I don't want to give this back to Colin, but no, I do. But you can get one from Colin directly, because this year and right now might indeed be the best time to capitalize on silver's potential and secure your financial future. Colin, once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see all of you at the next report. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.